For a disappointing loss to the Phoenix Suns in the play-in this season, and the Golden State Warriors being 10th seed right here, it's clear the Golden State Warriors need to make changes heading into the 26-27 season as Stephen Curry's age started to show with injuries throughout the year, and proving the Warriors need more depth and younger talent around their core of Steph Curry and Draymond Green. I'm going to be telling you the top 3 free agents I think they should go for this offseason, and one single trade I think they should make. So the first part being Anthony Simons. He's a 6'3" guard, and I feel like Simmons would give the Golden State Warriors a shot career they've been missing behind Curry. And the 26-year-old guard is is a proven 3-level scorer who can create his own shot and provide instant offense when Curry sits. That's always been his highlight of his career when he gets traded. He's never been called bad, he's never been called trash, but the only thing is he's an inconsistent defender and can struggle against bigger guards, But the reason why it would work is because the Warriors system is led by Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler. Butler will probably be rested to sign for probably 4 months until he recovers, but until then they will get more pieces for that. And they could help cover for his defensive weaknesses. His elite shooting and scoring ability will just thrive with the spacing created by Curry if those two were on the floor together. So you guys know what you think about that. Anthony Simons is 27 years old, and this offseason is expected to make at least $15 to $20 million per year. And in the range of 3 years, he'll probably be $54 or $60 million. So I couldn't find much of Josh Ogilvie's highlights from the Houston Rockets from defensive highlights perspective. So I went from 1 to 2 seasons ago prior before he joined the Houston Rockets. And Josh Ogilvie is a 27-year-old. He's 6'4", brings toughness, energy, and strong perimeter defense. He can guard multiple positions and take on difficult assignments every single night. But one of his biggest weaknesses is inconsistent outside shooting, which can affect spacing. If you guys don't know what that is, it's your 3-point outside the paint. And I would say why he would still work is because he's a great cutter, and Golden State Warriors value that. And he's a high energy player. He plays the toughest every single night. He doesn't need the ball to make an impact because his defense would take pressure off Curry and stuff. And then one thing to note is the most realistic deals I could see him getting this offseason is 2 years, $12 million. I know the 2 years, $14 million with a team option. It's a 1 year deal, $6 million to just prove it. But I don't think the 1 year is mainly believable because he's already been a great impactful player and people see him. It's not like he's trying to come back into the league. So yeah, you guys know what you think about this. And yeah. So one of the last free agents I would get is Rui Hachimura. He is 28 years old and he stands at 6'8". Hachimura became one of the Lakers' most important role players alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic this season. But with Luka dealing with injuries throughout the playoffs, Rui has stepped up as a reliable scoring option and floor spacer and averaged 17.5 points per game while shooting at almost 60% from three, 56.9%. And during the 25-26 season, Hachimura was also the Lakers' most accurate high-volume shooter, knocking out over 44% from beyond the arc. His biggest strengths are his efficient 3-point shooting, his big size, as we could have saw in one of these clips as him first going to the paint and just going to that little mid-range he loves doing. He's a great finisher at the rim, and his ability to score without needing the ball in his hands. He doesn't need to dribble it out. He could just find his own shot off, cutting and coming off his screen, off balling. But the only weakness is he's an inconsistent perimeter defender. He's not the best playmaker, but he can disappear at times when he's not involved in the offense. But with that, Curry will always get you involved with the offense because guys over there are not the best on offense. But even with those concerns, I feel like Hachimura would be the best Warrior perfectly. He will fit great into it. His motion offense creates so much open shots. His constant movement and Curry's gravity would just give Rui even more cleaner looks from three. His defensively playing alongside Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler would help cover some of his weaknesses and hiding him on defense while allowing him to focus on scoring and rebounding. And I feel like Hachimura finished with a 3-year, $51 million deal. So I think realistically a projected amount would probably be like $18 to $22 million per year. Likely on a 3-year deal. I don't know if they're going to give him a 4-year deal because they want to see how he fits in their system first. But you guys know what you think about this. So Herbert Jones would be an ideal fit for the Golden State Warriors because he fits several of their biggest needs in the perimeter defense, size on the wing, and low usage offense. He's 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, and Jones is one of the NBA's best defensive forwards. He can guard positions 1 through 4, take on the toughest assignments every night, and help reduce the defensive workload on Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler. And the things I love about him is his elite perimeter defense and help defensive effort, And he can guard multiple positions. He's a high basketball IQ and strong off-ball instincts. He's an excellent cutter and transition player. He doesn't need the ball to make an impact, but the things that's lack with him is he's an inconsistent 3-point shooter. He's a limited shot creation and playmaking, and he's not a player who can create offense in late games, but that's what he's not needed for because this season he shot 30% from 3 in the 25-26 season because the Pelicans dealt with so much injuries, he probably doesn't even want to be on this team no more. The team lacked consistent spacing and playmaking, which often forced Jones into taking larger shots and messing up his percentage. And when New Orleans had a healthier roster in 23-24, Herbert Jones shot 41% from 3. Unbelievable, right? And here's proof for that. He played a more complimentary role on that playoff team that showed what he can do with a contender. And, Curry's gravity, which will help him, will literally create more open shots for him to make. So you guys know what you think about my takes and stuff. And thank you for watching and have a great day.